That was the moment when kind of like my tattoo destiny kind of changed as to holy
Mm,
shit, these people are entrusting me to they're passing the torch to some degree, and it's my
yeah,
job to carry it for a little while, but eventually pass it on to others. And
share it to someone else, right?
yeah, so
I
that's
have the
kind of
same kind of story with Rick because that's how I ended up with the shop, like Rick.
really, I want to
Yeah,
hear
very
that.
similar because he started, the Shaw brothers, after Bob passed, they had the shop there in the Pike and Bob and Larry, and they wanted to sell the shop, so they were trying to sell it, and Rick's like in my ear, like, Carrie, you should carry the torch, you should buy the shop, you should continue it. I think you'd be the one, and uh at first I was running, three other shops at the time, and I was like, Rick, I don't want to run another shop. And then, they couldn't find anybody buy it, nobody took it over, the neighborhood was going down, and so they started closing the doors down and people started taking everything out. The shop became empty, right? And I was like, oh gosh, all that history. And Rick's like, Carrie, Carrie. And I'm like, okay, Rick, okay. So I got together with my business partner to, at the time, so Bob Shop actually owned his space, so you had to buy the space
Mhm.
to be able to have the shop. So I had to do that first. So we got that going, but it all came from Rick. Rick, you got to carry the torch. You got to carry the torch. And even Lyle Tuttle once kind of said something like that. He said, someday I might entrust my collection to your space so you can carry the torch for the history. The rest of, the people need to be able to see it, and that almost happened too. But uh, rest in peace to both of them. Great men, but it was
Mhm.
their words that said, hey, carry this on,
Yeah.
tell people the story.